The amount of heterosexual women who are in marriages that they are extremely unhappy in that slide into a lot of gay girls' DMs is insane.
Hello, and I'm Drew, and I'm back again with Real Talk Today. We got a doozy for you today, and we're going to get into it as soon as we run the intro.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't.
The amount of heterosexual women who are in marriages that they are extremely unhappy in that slide into a lot of gay girls' DMs is insane. Like, it's crazy how they are quick to out men. This is the double
Yep.
standard. They will out men. Oh, he's on a DL. He's really gay. He's a bati boy. But these married women, their children be in gay girls' DMs.
Now, this lady right here, she seems to be addressing an issue that nobody really wants to talk about. It's a situation where it seems to be acceptable for women to be on the down low, whatnot, but it's not acceptable for men.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
I understand it's a societal norm or whatnot. It's a double standard. But what I don't understand is, first of all, why is it okay for a woman to be like that, and be with other women and whatnot? And you guys just look at it as it's no big deal. I mean, you actually don't understand that you're selling yourself short when it comes to dealing with a woman that's basically confused. Let's just be real. I mean, she doesn't know, which way she wants to go, because most women, biologically, we're meant to be with the opposite gender. That's just it. I mean, I don't have a problem with whatever you decide to do. What I do have a problem with is putting a cutesy name on it and putting a double standard on it, like, it's 6 one way, but it's not half a dozen the other.
He is the one.
If it's not acceptable one way, it should not be acceptable the other way. And I think that with these women that, pretty much like this lady said, that fooling around, calling these men out or whatnot, but they don't call themselves out, I think a lot of times they don't think that anything is wrong with it either. They think they're just playing around, when they're, involved with each other, in a unnatural manner or whatnot. And they tend to look down on guys that do the same thing. My thing is, if you get with a partner, at least just like a woman would want to know if she was dealing with a man that had been with another man or whatnot, so that she can have the option to make a informed decision. I think that if a woman prefers to be been with women, she should give that man that same option so that he can make an informed decision on whether he wants to take this woman serious, or is this just somebody that you basically play with and you put them back. Because if you're going in, thinking that a person's going to change their mind or you're going to change them over, they may feel like, they're more attracted to one than the other. You're not going to change their mind. They may not tell you or whatnot, but if a woman or a man, but we're talking about the women right now, if they prefer to be with other women more than men, at some point or another, they're going to want to revert back. They're going to yearn for it. And basically, it'll be a situation where you're not going to be able to please them either way.
We don't do that here.
Because they're yearning for something that you can't give them, which is that feminine energy. I understand feminine energy because I understand that that's you all's biggest weapon as far as getting men to do what you want them to do or whatnot. I understand that and I accept it. But you cannot get yourself tied down in a situation where you don't know what you're dealing with. I think it should be on the table up front if you are into women, if you've been with women. Because I've heard many a woman say, hey, I don't care if a man's been with another man one time. Far as I'm concerned, he's he's not straight. Let's just put it that way.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
But a woman, you know, I listen to them all the time talk, you know, and they act like, you know, it's cool for them. They can dibble and dabble, but they are very unaccepting for a man that's been like that. And I honestly feel like you got to put yourself in a situation where you have a choice. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to deal with someone else significant, I honestly feel like you need to give them a choice. Give them an option. Let them know, you know, I've been dealing with women now. I want to try men out or whatever the case may be, you know, and I honestly feel like this is almost like an STD or something like that. You don't just go around, you know, infecting other people and not letting them know what's going on. Give them the option if they want to participate or not. And I honestly think the same way as this. It's just that women seem to be able to hide what they do a lot better than men. But let's continue with the video.
That the lesbians are pretending that they are heterosexual
Yep.
and want a relationship with the man until they conceive the child.
That's what seems to be going on.
And then they announce that they are gay.
See, now that's some bullshit.
To leave the man, sue him for child support, and then live the rest of their lives with their lesbian lovers and his baby.
I think this lady right here, she put it probably better than I could as far as words. But all I'm saying is it's not fair to the opposite sex if you don't give them the opportunity to opt in or opt out on a situation like this. I just feel like everybody should be given the same opportunity. Same way a woman would want to know if a man has ever been with another man, looked at another man like that or whatnot. It goes the other way also. This is not a one-way street. I think it's too many situations out there where a woman is basically deceiving a man and making him think that she's into him or whatnot. And, you know, because she's looking for security or whatnot. And then once she get what she wants, you know, she's just taking him for everything he's got. When a woman's looking for security, her standards are a lot higher when it comes to what she expects if she's in a heterosexual relationship, as opposed to if she's with another woman. You know, when she's with a man, she expects him to act like a man, support, protect, provide, you know, do all the things that a masculine man does. You know, when she gets with a woman, you know, a lot of times, you know, they are a little bit more in tune with each other's feelings and whatnot. And it's not so much a one-sided type of situation. So all I'm saying is, let's just give each other some options. Come on now. Let's not stop acting like, you know, it doesn't matter just because there's a female doing it.
I know that's right. I know that's right, babe.
You know, if you're a female on female, you know, and, you know, you've done it, far as I'm concerned, it's no different if it's been male on male. It's almost like being an alcoholic. You may not be drinking anymore, but you're still considered alcoholic. Let's continue.
Times when I'm on this app, I'm always seeing conversations around DL men.
Right.
And I often do not hear about DL women because they do exist, and I want to talk about it. A DL woman or a down low woman engages with other women, but they like to keep it very hush hush. A lot of these women are married and they are in relationships with men. Also, a lot of these women come from conservative or very religious backgrounds. A lot of them are deep in the church, and they do not want to disappoint their families when it comes to what they actually want, which is other women. They usually have a ton of internalized shame, and they fear being judged, rejected, or discarded. They not only feel the pressure from society, but they feel the pressure from their families to have children and to marry men.
So she said, basically, it's a lot of this stuff going on. There's men we don't know about, and a lot of them end up in the church. As far as that's why I think a lot of them, you don't want you God fearing. You know, it's the first thing come out of their mouth when, you know, they're not God fearing. Now, they may go to church and pay their tithes, but in their day activities, it's not thinking about anything religious, carrying themselves, you know, in any type of, you know, upstanding or holy manner. But what they want to do is save face, so they don't come out and say, hey, you know, I like women, you know, I'd prefer to be with women, you know, I'll give you a chance or whatever, you know, but I really prefer to be with women. I don't think that they'll do that. So this is a situation where you better make sure you know who you're dealing with before you hitch your wagon to this person and then find out that they really didn't like you, you know, in the first place. A lot of times these type of relationships, these women force themselves to get with men, like this lady said, because they know that, you know, it's not something that most of their families would accept. So they kind of tend to try to keep it hidden, keep it on the back end. And these type of ladies, from what I've seen them, a lot of times they're quick to call out a man, you know, quick. You know, it's like they're trying to divert their attention off themselves. And in all honesty, like I said before, most of them don't even look at it as something that is serious. They look at it as we just playing around, you know, we just bi-curious, we just in our exploration stage or whatnot. But let's keep going. We're going to dig a little deep into this one.
All women low-key bi?
This one friend who's straight as fuck. No, but she don't like no, oh, nothing like that. She likes. Then once we had the right friend come to the group that was a female and happened to be lesbian. She wasn't a dyke, she's a femme. And we kiss each other sometimes. It might take the right bitch to take it out of you, but even if you don't mess with them, you might still kind of have a crush on them. So I believe the answer's no.
There's a lot to unpack. If you listen to what this young lady just said, basically she's saying that most women at some point or another either have been with another woman at some point or have dreams of being with another woman at some point. Now, I don't know about all of that, but I do know, especially here in Atlanta, whatnot, I haven't ran into hardly any woman that hasn't experimented with another woman at some point.
So, damn.
And they seen it brush it off like it's no big deal. But when the first question they're gonna ask you, have you ever been with another man? Because that gives them the ick, so to speak. So all I'm saying is, guard yourself. Be on the lookout for these type of women, because all they're gonna do is wreck and ruin your life. The biggest decision you will ever make as a man is the woman you decide you're gonna marry or have children with. Let's keep going though.
If she tells you she's bi, tell her goodbye. We ain't got no time for no confusing.
A lot of girls that don't even consider themselves as gay or bi or any of that sleep with their friends, and a lot of them don't see it as cheating. They see it as, oh, we're just playing around.
There you go.
Blah, 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 blah. And the sad part is, as a man, you will never know.
Oh, damn.
You will absolutely never know. All it takes is a sleepover. Like, that's it. All it takes is a sleepover. And you will have no idea what happened, what went down. To the day you die, they're going to take that to the grave. I promise you that.
This is another reason that I don't believe that if you're getting into a serious relationship with a woman or whatnot, you talking about settling down or whatnot, you know, and you're investing in her and whatnot, I don't think that, you know, you should get too close to a woman that likes a lot of girls' night out and girls' trips out of town and all that stuff, because I don't know if it's something that's, you know, relative in the last, you know, 20, 25 years, but I do understand that once alcohol starts flowing and whatnot, and people are away from home, away from their loved ones, start missing them or whatnot, you know, especially as far as women, you know, certain things can happen. I don't think this is as prevalent with men. I could be wrong. But with women, I think because they look at it as it's no big deal when they're rubbing each other's breasts and butts like if it was a man or whatnot. I see it all the time. I be out in public. You know, I've seen women out here just grab each other right all up in behind and all that stuff. And they laugh and giggling like it's no big deal. So if you look at something that's not a big deal and you look at it as, you know, nobody cares anyway, a lot of times it kind of opens the door up for you to just go ahead on and just go with the flow and do whatever you was going to do in the first place. But I just don't think that it's fair to put the opposite gender, whether it's male or female, in a situation that they don't know exactly who they're dealing with.
We don't talk about that.
We talk about DL men all the time, but we don't talk about these chicks that just want to be your friend and try to sleep with you.
A lot of times they get a little sexy dancing, but it's a man and woman. Nowadays, it's woman on woman.
This is a follow-up to that video. As we learned, most straight women watch lesbian porn compared to straight guys.
I am plus size, and I feel like it's like it's making me get in my head about dating. I've actually never had a boyfriend. Up until now, I considered myself a lesbian, but I've been trying to date more men. I've always been bisexual, but I just find that women are a lot more accepting.
This is what I'm talking about right here. Now, this woman just sat here and said, you know, she's always considered herself a lesbian, which basically means she likes women. But now she want to give men a try. What do you think the poor soul that fall for this woman is what his life is gonna be when he has a woman in the house that don't even like the gender that he is, much less anything else that he tried to do, because it's never gonna be enough. This woman needs to go ahead on and embrace who she is and go ahead on and get herself another woman. Just go ahead and be happy. Be proud of it. But see, a lot of them, they don't want to do that because women don't like having to take care of other people. They'll take care of themselves. They don't like it, but most of them do not want to work and they don't want to take care of the women. So when they're ready to settle down or get some kids or get some money, they'll try looking at the men, like this woman said, I'm just going to try dating men, you know, like she's trying on a new shirt, you know, that, you know, she's never worn before. But for the poor soul that gets involved with her, his life is going to be ruined. He's not going to have a bit of happiness because this woman is never going to be content in a heterosexual relationship. All she's doing is fooling herself.
Would you dance? How would you dance on your homeboy like that? I'm asking men. Would you twerk? Well, first of all, you're supposed to be twerking no way.
No doubt.
But whatever dance you do, would you do it with your homeboy?
No, sir.
Even if it ain't number the two-step, side to side. Would you get in front of your homeboy and grab his hand and two-step, side to side with your homeboy? As a man, I don't care how close we are, how long we've been friends, I ain't finna dance with another dude.
No doubt. This is from my guy, Big Ward. I want y'all to go check his channel out, see what he's talking about. I thought he touched on this subject and it interested me because I don't hear a lot of people, you know, discussing it. So check him out. It's Big Ward the Genius. But anyway, I think he pretty much laid it down, what I was trying to say. You know, certain things that us as men, heterosexual men, we're not going to do. We're not going to be dancing and squeezing and holding on to another man. It's just not happening. And then try to act like, oh, it's no big deal. This is just my partner. You know, it's certain things. We're just not going to do it. So it should go the other way around. You know, if a woman, if she's into women, be you. Bless you. I got no problem with that. But don't try to trick a man into thinking that, well, I'm going to try you now, you know, like a cup of coffee or whatnot, knowing that you like tea and you hate coffee. Don't do that.
We talk about DL men all the time, but we don't talk about these chicks that just want to be your friend and try to sleep with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I have had that experience a couple of times, like for real. Like people have act as if they wanted to be my friend, go out, hang out, and then start creating problems once I guess I wasn't catching on to what they wanted to do. You know, or I wasn't down with it. And then they create a problem. But nobody don't talk about that. Nobody don't talk about the DL women. Like, this considered cute and sexy, you know. Oh, you know.
Yep.
But to me, it's not cool. Especially when I'm thinking that we bonding and you my friend. And, you know, whole time, you just like a dude. You just waiting your turn. You just acting like, you know, at least with dudes, you already know, for the most part. But with a woman, you thinking, hey, you know, I got me a new friend. And they usually start off on the internet. I noticed that. In your inbox, hey, boo. Oh, you look so cute. Baddie, 10s, da-da-da. You thinking like, okay, you know, sis ain't no hater. You know, she liking my pictures or whatever like that. Because I'm like that. I'm a girl's girl. I'm liking your pictures. I'm telling you how cute you look and this, that. Whole time they plotting like the dude.
This seems to be a situation that heterosexual women are starting to have a problem with also. You know, all these women, you know, faking like they are friends and whatnot, but they really want to be with them in that way. So it sounds to me like it's a problem on both ends. You know, men are being tricked, you know, because if a woman see anything that's a tendency, you know, or it doesn't have to be a tendency. I listened to this woman the other day said if a man totes an umbrella in the rain to keep the water off his head, you know, he's giving off sassy vibes. And
I'm not gonna lie, I just feel like I just can't see my nigga like using the umbrella looking like fucking Mary Poppins. Like, I'm sorry, I just cannot. And I feel like it's gonna be so bad when I say it, but I feel like it's sad.
and it was some other foolishness I heard. So, but what I'm saying is women aren't allowing men to get away with anything. If they see anything that look like he go that way or might have been that way, you know, they're the first one that pointed out. So I think that us men, we need to do the same thing. You know, don't try to play both ends of the field, you know, trying to fool somebody. Just, you know, be who you want to be. We don't have but one life to live. I don't know about anything as far as any afterlife, but, you know, right now it's the life that we need to live. And the thing is, this is something that you're into, I got no problem with it. I really don't. My problem is when you're trying to trick somebody. It would, like I said, it'd be no different if, you know, a man was running around infecting women and didn't tell them, you know, hey, I'm infected. It's no different than a woman running around trying to trick men like she really like men, but she really want to be with women. Let's go.
But last night, women ain't just dancing with other women. They going to bed with them on the dance floor with other women.
They have all this conversation around DL men, but we never talk about the DL women.
Being the clubs, women, why do we be like twerking on each other? Like all these dudes just be standing around and women just be throwing ass just on each other. Like why? How y'all be wanting to do, but y'all be in there like twerking on each other? But it's hard to meet a woman at a club when you keep seeing her constantly twerking on another woman.
No
He's
doubt.
Confused. He don't know if you like girls or guys. It's not that there ain't no good men. It's just that you don't look available to a good man. You look like you talk to girls.
But this woman right here, she brought out a valid point also. You know, especially, you know, nowadays when every time you turn around, you hear ladies all over the internet and whatnot talking about where is all the good men. They usually don't ask that question till they're in their 30s and, you know, things have, you know, not, life is not dealt him a good hand or whatnot. Now they look for somebody to basically step in as a fixer, you know, but as this lady right here said, you can't keep saying you want a good man, a good dude or whatnot, and you're sending out mixed signals. I mean, you're never going to get anything, you know, with, you know, being confused. It's almost like driving a car in the middle of the street. You know, if you in between lanes, you got to figure out you going up or down, because if you start riding in the middle too long, that's where people get hit at. So you better get your mind right. You're looking for a good man.
Definitely happening. They eating party, playing with each other in the house up under the covers. It's happening.
But why are y'all not talking about how y'all be out here fucking each other?
Baby, because when that alcohol gets a brewing, some of us get to carpet munching,
Did I tell you?
ass grabbing, breast squeezing, and don't let them have lesbian friends. Married, in relationships, engaged, all of that. But instead of calling it down low, they call it bi-curious.
I'm so glad a woman finally said this. Women don't go to the club and dance with men no more. When I was coming up, women went to the club to dance with men, and we danced. That's when times was good, when men and women danced with each other. That's why little dudes in the club be fighting all the time and carrying on, because they ain't got nothing else to do. I was doing a show last night, right, and two ladies in the front row. One of the ladies stood up, she had this little Taylor outfit, and when she stood up, her friend reached over and grabbed her booty. When I said grabbed her booty, just grabbed the booty, felt all on her. I had to ask, I said, are y'all together? It was like, no, we like men. I said, I can't tell.
I can't tell. This goes back to what I always say, you know, in some other video, don't get yourself tricked. Look at the sign. Don't worry about what so much is coming out of somebody's mouth. You go by the actions. What are they doing? What are they attracted to? You know, I learned a long time ago, I really don't listen to a whole lot that women say when it comes to certain subjects. I listen to what they respond to. So, you know, she telling you, you know, I like men, this, that, and the other. And you see her, you know, grabbing a woman all on her behind and all on her breast and whatnot. That should tell you everything you need to know. You don't have to hear any other explanation and you deal with it accordingly as such.
What wrong with that, big boy? Well, nothing if the women claiming this.
There you go.
These are supposed to be straight women. Women in relationships with men. Women that are married to men. These are not those women.
Mm-hmm.
If she got a good personality and me and her, we kicking it, why not?
So, yes, assuming she is cool. What about you?
My friends are cool, yes, but I'll date other girls.
Okay.
So I think majority of my friends are awesome. I am bisexual. I do not date women. I just sleep with them.
Oh my God.
I need a man to hold me down, stabilize me.
Down to it. Do you have a baby mama? Do you have any kids?
What?
How much money you got in the bank? What do you do? Are you able to provide? Can you pay my telephone bills, my automobiles, my rent bills?
Women, why? You should be paying your own damn bills.
What can you do?
Hell no. Come on, wait to the no.
I hope you heard what this woman just said. She says she's not a lesbian, but she has sex with women. But she need a man to hold her down. Translation, I need a man's money. Because these women are not giving each other money. They're not making each other rich. They're not building any type of generational wealth, anything like that. She know that if she wants that, she wants provisions, she's going to have to go to a man. These are the things you have to listen. Don't let them try to cute it up like, she's not what she is. She likes women. This right here is clearly a woman that likes women. Don't get yourselves fooled by all that rhetoric and I'm not a lesbian. I'm not It means absolutely nothing. Okay, guys, this video is getting a little bit long, but we're going to have a part 2 to this particular series. I think this was deep enough that we need to dig just a little bit deeper. This is almost like an onion. We can't just look at the surface and, try to figure out if it's any good or not. We're going to have to peel back a couple of layers and take a look at it. But we will be having a part 2. And I'll see you at the next one.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy.